Hola,
Hey,
hello,
hola.
how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
It's my first install live.
And yeah, welcome. Welcome to Broadcasting Live. Let me place myself in a better way. Very nice.
Hola, Miri.
Hello, hola, Miri. She already did it, her perform it. I wasn't finding the right word in English. She performed the first one, the first Bilbao Visual Thinking Global Summit live conversation. Welcome, Sabine. So we are on top of the hour. We may wait for 3 or 4 more minutes for more people to join. But hello, Eva. How are you? Eva is joining from the other side of the world. So
Welcome.
we will be recording it, and it will be available in our YouTube channel for everyone that wants to see it and review all the goodness and the wonders of the Bilbao Visual Thinking Global Summit program that we are going to share.
Wonderful. Great.
How are you today, Sabine?
I'm very well. We have bank holiday here.
Oh,
So happy Pentecost. Yeah.
hmm?
And it was a nice weekend here, a
Oh,
long weekend. And how are you, Elena?
super tired, super tired.
Mm.
Yeah, I have lots of. Definitely in peak season right now. I think after all this pandemic and these awful war issues and all the things going on, and also inflation's crisis, there's also an eagerness for being together, and this is something we are offering as well in the summit.
Absolutely. Yes.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone that's joining. Thank you for joining us. So we are putting all our efforts and illusions and heart in this summit. So we are hoping that many people joins us and reconnect with the community and keep sharing. And I have been enjoying several live events lately. Hello from Quebec. Wonderful.
Yeah.
And definitely seeing each other in person makes a difference to understand what's going on and help us connect much better.
Absolutely. And maybe we just share a little bit this idea of the summit.
Yeah,
So, the
yeah.
last 20, 25 years, the IFVP has offered annual conferences.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2014, Guido Neuland and Holger Scholz have brought it to Berlin for the first time outside of the US,
Mm-hmm.
the conference. And then, after some other conferences, in 2018, it was organized by Christina Hemmingsen and Mara Kajar in Denmark, in the north of Copenhagen, in Rungstegard. And I think 3, 4 years ago, in New York, the IFVP board said, maybe we need another pace and another way and format of the conference.
Mm-hmm.
And there we said it would be really good to have a kind of a summit, which will be biannual. And Bilbao is the first summit, global summit. Uh, like we, the last 2 years, couldn't meet in person due to the pandemic situation. And Miriam Artola and her wonderful local team, together with an international core team, stepped in, and we are planning this first global summit of visual thinking with the IFVP, and yeah, so it's not to miss
Mm-hmm.
to be missed, because the next one will be in 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
in 2024.
Yeah.
So that's also to have in mind. So it will be 1 year, there will be the global summit, like this year. And then the next year, it will be um, in online and in regional meetups on a weekend. And then again, it will be on site. And like we are in these crazy times, we are offering not only an on site experience, but also an online experience and a hybrid experience where you can join if you are in the same, like the earth is still a round globe. Also, we in these moments we want to have it one time zone, but we don't have. So we are offering, if you are close to the European, Central European time zone, you can join online directly in a hybrid way, or you can see that you find some people in your region, in your time zone, when you are in New Zealand or in Australia or wherever. And then you can join in also in a remote, but with the same experience. So Sven and Mara are creating a wonderful hybrid experience here for us.
No, thank you so much for this context, Sabine, and it has been a wonderful introduction for all the people that are joining. And it's very important what you mentioned regarding the 2 years slot. And we have learned very well that in 2 years the world can change a lot. So definitely, as you said, it's something not to miss. But please let me ask you a little bit about you, so people can know who is the behind this context and this wonderful introduction. Tell us a little bit about you, Sabine.
Thank you, Elena. So my feet touch the ground in the north of Frankfurt, Germany, in this moment. And as I say always, in my first life, I'm an architect. I have been working on projects like Berlin Main Station and with Michele De Lucchi. And then in 2007, a large group dialogue approach, like the World Café, came literally into my house. And that changed my life. And I jumped into graphic recording, graphic facilitation. And together with Chris Chopiak and Ulrich Rudebeck, I've learned from them. And they have taken me with them. And so since 15 years, I'm here in this field. And working now really accompanying people how to collaborate, how to co-create new approaches, how to be in leadership, how to lead through change, independent if you are the leader, the official leader, or one of the team.
Yeah, I wanted to connect your kickoff moment regarding dialogue, because I think this is one of the keywords also for the summit. But I want to answer to a question that's coming from Brazil. Yes, the summit will be in English, but it will be translated into Spanish. So yes, for that, we are trying to make it as open and global as we can, and we're working in maybe other languages, but not too sure yet, depending on how many people join us. So people, please join us. So I wanted to connect, going back to your introduction, Sabine, to this kickoff moment of dialogue, because I think that something about this summit, it's really thinking of the power of dialogues to build a future together, right?
Absolutely. And so we were thinking, when we were thinking about together about the evolution of the conference into the summit, we were thinking to put conversations that matter to all into the center. But it's not I've seen in some, I don't know where, on Facebook or on Instagram, I've seen, oh, this is an unconference. No, it's not. It's a new innovative blend of. So in the mornings, we will have impulses from outside our field regarding themes that were the international and the local core team, we thought that matters to us. So we will have people, Ida Castiglioni and Joanna Sell, talking about intercultural communication. And I think this intercultural communication is one of the biggest themes we have in our world right now. And so to see, what the experts can bring to us and learn from them. And we will always have sense-making dialogues afterwards to shape our individual future, but also for our businesses and for our community of practice. Yeah. And then the second day, there will be the outside impulse will be from Nancy Rademacher, and she will talk about from high tech to high touch and what does customer centricity really mean. I'm really looking forward also to that impulse. And on the third day, we will have an impulse from Jackson and from Lisa Lang. So we will have two approaches on how to create a sustainable business in very different ways. And they are coming from the fashion field and have very diverse approaches.
Yeah, that's. I wanted to ask you because I think this was a perfect outline of what's the flow of the program. But can you tell us a little bit of what each of the speakers, so people can really know the value behind all those voices that we have the privilege of having with us in the summit, like starting from the first day from Ida and Joanna Sell.
So Joanna is really bringing together arts and storytelling and intercultural communication. She's an expert in this. She is based in Germany, working all across Europe. And Ida is based in Milano, and she is a professor and teaching intercultural communication also at the university. And both are working together here for us to bring that into our field. Nancy is a keynote speaker. She's a very classical keynote speaker and working a lot across Europe, and I would say even more with also with corporate and large scale companies. And Jackson is working in Brazil, and I'm so curious to learn from him because he has transformed and worked on social entrepreneurship and brought the, how do you say, art craft and skills and in fashion from people where you would not think about, and which makes me it touches very much. And Lisa is now based in Brussels, and she brings all the European background with the EIT, and she has a lot of knowledge in technologies, new technologies in fashion. So it's a very colorful mix we have here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wanted to connect this with the big theme of the summit, this shake it to shape it, because it's not just voices from outside, but we really want everyone's voices together with this inspiration. So where this shake it to shape it comes from and how it connects with the program.
When we all together in the international core team created this motto of shake it to shape it, we were thinking it was in September last year. We were like, we are all so shaken up with the pandemic, with all the changes we went through, and individually and also as a society, and also as a global society. And now even more with the geopolitical and the war in Ukraine, it's even more that we are really shaken up. And what we need is to find new shapes, and we need to find new forms how to shape our futures. And I think the best way how to do that is also to learn from each other in a global aspect, not only how are people in Germany or in Europe learning and doing this, but also to learn from all across the world, from mates. What are you doing? How are you facing this? How can we create something new? What is now, as visual practitioners, we are very much upfront all the time because we get in contact with all the strategies, with all the visions, with all the changes which are happening in the diverse organizations. And now it's really this moment to see what does that mean for us, for our businesses, and
Yeah.
how can we approach this in a better way. So we have been talking about what is happening in the morning and the shaking moment and the shaping with the sense making dialogues. And in the afternoon, we have on day one, we have first a knowledge cafe where we will have some rock stars of our field, which are giving a 1 hour workshop online and on site. We will try to record all of these knowledge cafes so that if you are thinking to join as an online participant, and also of course also the on-site participants, you can have a look at all of these. So you don't need to have FOMO and fear of missing out something, but you can also afterwards look what precious insights our colleagues in the field have. And then we have a round of an open space where you can come with your theme, with your, where you say, hey, I want to hear the voices so that we can shape our future together and learn together in that. And the second afternoon, we will have, it's not an open space, but it's a kind of, we will explore on site, we will explore Bilbao. And I can tell you, I was now the third time in Bilbao, and it is just beautiful. So it's a really interesting place and to get to know, and you can go into nature. If you say too much people, I need some nature and some breathing, because also this is possible after all our being at home and in our caves time. Or you say, hey, I want to be in the city or in the Guggenheim, and we will be afterwards all together and harvest in the Guggenheim. And Elena, you have done magic here, so it's really awesome to be there. And yeah, and we will have a Basque Festa. So it's not only that we are coming to Spain, no, we are coming to Basque. And that's a very special place. And yeah, it's super good.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say I like that you connected to the open space. I would say that maybe that afternoon we are opening the space. We are inviting everyone to go around Bilbao. That, and also you mentioned the Guggenheim, which is the symbol of the transformation of the city. That connects with the big theme of shake it to shape it, shake it to shape it. Sorry, because Bilbao it's really a city that has gone through a super huge transformation from an industrial background to one of the cities most visited in the world, and named like the best European city to visit last year, and people are coming. And I think that Bilbao, and I can say we, yes, because I am from Bilbao, as you may know, we are proud, and we know that we are offering all these condensed the condensed experiences that you mentioned regarding the summit the whole city opens. The heart to go swimming, boating, rowing, surfing, hiking, biking, and then lots of cultural, a big cultural offer. And also one of our high things or highlights, it's gastronomy. So for those with a love for food and wine and experiencing, and I think, or myself, I think that's the best way to discover a culture. And as you say, we are having a Basque festa with all the flavor of how music and art and culture is threaded into the summit, right? Because we have that aspect as well in the program.
Absolutely. And you have made, and Miriam and her whole team have brought in all the artistic part also, with music, with dance, with the cultural aspect, with eating. And I don't share too much, but it's really like the culture is weaving through the program. And yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I was going to say, that came to my mind, that you may know that the Rolling Stones are still on tour, and they played, I think, a couple days ago or 3 days ago in Madrid. and and this is one of these big things that people that went to their first concerts or other big artists and say, I was there. So probably this summit, for those that may miss it, will have that sense, because some of us will say, I was there, I was at that first summit, with all these challenges of this year, with this extended experience, with these external voices made to inspire. And I think also that as participants, and you mentioned us as visual practitioners, we have the responsibility to spread the word also regarding interculturality and sustainability and so on.
absolutely. And we need to, what I find in these weeks that I'm traveling again and happy to be with the clients on site, it's really, when it's possible, it brings so much richness. And it's such a special moment because the last 2 years have shown our vulnerability, have shown, yeah, new ways of being, that not everything is natural, that not everything is given. And we really, but this meeting each other, this encounter, this being in conversation, and being in the same room is also one of the biggest gifts we have. And yeah, I'm so much looking forward
Yeah.
to see the people and to welcome people there, and also to be with people who cannot make it due to whatever reason, but that we have this technology, and that we can bring you in and weave the spaces together into one bigger space. But I think it's really a crucial moment for us to learn right now.
Yeah, yeah, and also it's crucial, and that was resonating in my heart. It's one of those moments that enhancing the power of dialogue, of being together, of opening conversations. It's a bigger responsibility now, that there are some paths that in some areas of the world, and let's say countries, regions, or wherever, where like more authoritarian voices are coming. So I think that the power of conversation needs to be kept as a plant, as a flower, definitely.
Absolutely. And it's a kind of, I'm very aware that large group dialogues. So what does it mean to be around the same question in small groups of 3, 4, 5 people, and then harvest the insights of the small groups? It's really the basic of our democracy and how we are together, and to learn from each other, and to be also if we have different opinions. Yeah,
Yes.
different opinions are welcome, but to listen to each other, to see the different perspectives, and then to create for ourselves, but also for all of us together, new solutions. This can be only if we go into dialogues and if
Yeah.
we be in that openness.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Like facilitating these opportunities, it's more needed than ever. So I'm really looking forward to these moments. It's really something that's like we say in Spanish, carne de gallina, which like chicken skin or wherever, because this is the most powerful thing. I think it will be brought to this summit. So I think it will be great. So we're about to these conversations are meant for half an hour. We have four more minutes. We have answered just one question.
There is one question about if we
yeah.
have material in Portuguese. I don't know.
Well, not ready for the summit yet, but we are making a call for regions. We are making a call for groups of at least 10 people in a region, in a geographical region or a language region, to get together, and it will be orchestrated by the hybrid team. So that will be very, very nice to connect with we will be publishing what happens there in our social media. Please follow us for updates, but definitely we are looking forward to form groups of people based on language or region to make it as global as possible. But we may ask someone to translate that in Portuguese. Let's see, we take note on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, region hubs are called. It's Miriam is remembering us that, yeah, there is a call for people to be together, and we have the system is we have a pre-registration system. So if anyone is interested in creating a region, just enroll as a pre-registration. We are words that are almost the same in Spanish as in English. Pre-registro. So we can form all those groups and create these small conversations that you're talking about, Sabine, in a language that it has at least a significant number of 10 participants.
And yeah, and just be aware it's the moment. Don't miss it.
Don't regret saying I was there. That someone telling you I was there. I was in Bilbao.
Yeah, online or on site. But
Online
I have
or
been there.
yeah.
Yeah, we have several people also signing up online, and there will be also for the Knowledge Cafe, there will be approximately 8 on site, 8 online. So there will be a lot going on in both ways.
Yeah, there's lots of effort put on this to make this like really memorable, and it will be memorable. That's for sure. That's for sure. So, well, I want to thank you, Sabine, for your time and for your outline and details about the program. This, as I mentioned in the beginning, this conversation will be recorded, and it will be also always in our Instagram and all in our YouTube channel as soon as possible.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Elena, for guiding me through this Insta Live. And I'm very much looking forward to see you in Bilbao.
Yes, eskerrik asko.
Eskerrik asko. And ciao.
And thank you everyone for joining, people that have been listening to us, to our conversation. Thank you so much for the trust and for being with us in this evening, and wherever in the world you are, because I've seen people from many different places in the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Ciao. Bye.
Bye.